Hi, it's Michael. I've done several music videos, but the one everyone asks me about is the one I did with Lady Gaga. So I'm going to share with you my experience of the day and what Lady Gaga was like. First of all, the audition was for a confidential music video for a big name female artist. And sometimes that means a big name, and sometimes you find out who it is and like, who is that? But anyway, I was thinking about who it might have been, maybe Beyonce, maybe Taylor Swift, Kelly Clarkson. I also thought of Gaga. And the role was for an executive board member. I play that role all the time, and I'm very comfortable with it because before I began acting, that was my life. I ran board meetings, I was an executive, and I had the suits. There were no sides to learn, so I was very comfortable with this. So I got my good suit on, went to the audition. When I was called into the room, there were a lot of people in there. There were at least 10 people. It wasn't just the casting director. So they asked me, speak for about 30 seconds, that you're in a board meeting. So I conjured up all the lingo that I knew, like marketing plans and fiscal reports and things like that. And it went by pretty quickly. And that was it. I was done. About a week later or so, I received an email that I had booked the gig. And attached to the email was an NDA, so I knew it was going to state who the big name female artist was, and it was Lady Gaga. So I was excited about it. The shoot took place in downtown Los Angeles on a Sunday. It was an early call, of course, so it was very quiet around there. There was not a lot of traffic, which was great. And after we checked in, we were each asked to show our phones. And when we did, they put tape over the lens so that we couldn't take pictures. Who would do that anyway? Stay tuned, you'll find out what happened. So there were a whole bunch of us there too. I thought it was just going to be me, but there were at least 30 guys there. So then we just went upstairs to about the 10th floor and waited, and while she was probably working downstairs. And then we had lunch. Then when we came back from lunch, we were instructed to take our phones and place them in our vehicles. And the reason is because some idiot who was working downstairs was caught taking pictures of her. Why anybody would be so unprofessional? Anyway, he was promptly ejected from the set. The downside of that is it impacted the rest of us, because to be sitting there for that long and not even have access to our phones was a challenge, to say the least. Anyway, then we learned that only 2 of us were going to be needed for that particular role of the board member, and the rest of us were just going to be, I guess, background, if you want to call it. We all got paid the same anyway, so it was no biggie, and we were already there. So finally, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we were called downstairs to the lobby, and Gaga was there along with 2 members of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Kyle Richards and Lisa Vanderpump. Why they were in this, I don't know, but we were instructed not to speak to them. That's, who cares? So anyway, Gaga walked in, full entourage, you can imagine what she looked like, in costume and makeup, and she had everybody, 5 people following her around and all that. A diva, but didn't act like a diva. I'll tell you why. So the first thing was, before she came in, they prepped us. The choreographer came over and instructed all of us, about 30 of us, what to do, what movement we were supposed to do. They told us that the scene was going to be that Gaga was going to come in and shoot some kind of a weapon, if you will, that shot out money. And we were supposed to be grabbing it. We're money-grubbing, greedy, Wall Street executive types. Okay. Then the first AD came over and gave us direction completely different from what the choreographer told us. So we're looking at each other saying, do you know what we're supposed to do? Are we supposed to go over there? Are we supposed to go over there? Are we supposed to go over there? Nobody knew. So roll camera, Gaga comes in, does it. It's a mess. It's a hot mess. Everybody's scrambling. I can imagine it didn't look right. Anyway, Gaga walked over to the monitor, wasn't pleased, spoke to the director. They conferred for a little bit. Then she came over and gathered us all around and spoke to us directly. And she told us exactly and precisely what she wanted us to do. It was her vision. When it's you out there, you know what you want it to look like. And so I respected her a lot for that. No attitude, friendly, direct, and I thought she was great. I just thought all the things that you've seen about her where she's been kind to people, that's not an act. That's who she is. She knows who she is, and she has confidence but not arrogance. Great to work with. So then we all understood what we were supposed to do. Camera roll, we do it once, maybe we did it twice, I don't remember. Boom, we were done. She was happy. So then we went upstairs, the 10th floor, wherever we were, and sat around for a little bit until we eventually wrapped. I don't think we wrapped till about 9 o'clock at night. And that was it. If you want to know what the music video was and want to take a look at it, you can check out my IMDb page. It'll list the credit there, and the link to it is below in the comments. Anyway, it was a really great day. It was one of the better ones. It was long, but when you do music videos, it's long. So that's what it is. But it was a fun experience, and it's fun to tell people about that. It was really positive. So until I see you next time with another tale of what life is like as an actor, keep your head up and talk to you soon.